Peace, peace, family. Shalom, shalom. Y'all climb on in. Y'all see what we got on the board today. We're gonna talk about healing crisis. Just how the body feel real sick and how you feel real down while you healing. That saying it get worse before it get better. A lot of people been experiencing that, especially a lot of people that's on our herbal protocols because of the strong alkaline herbs that y'all get, plus the diet. So I really want to talk about that today. So y'all climb on in. We get everything started. Peace, peace, Lucy Lou, Kentrell, Nasi, Mikael, Ben Or. Shalom, shalom, my brother. How you feeling, Kohen? My shalom ka? Yuli, how you say that? Janae. Shalom, shalom. How you doing, Queen? Y'all climb on in. Let's talk about this healing crisis. Y'all see I'm in the healing house right now. We in the front room. Two beautiful sisters are here. Y'all been seeing the uploading of all of the foods and the videos. We got a Aniyak cooking video gonna get uploaded tonight. They're having a good experience and they cleansing. A whole lot of elimination is going on right now. So that's the whole point of this, is to come and detox your mind, your body, and your soul. So I want to talk about healing crisis because one of the sisters is going through her healing crisis right now. And, you just feel down, all that pain that you had in your life, all of the medicine that you ever took, any drugs you ever took, if you ever broken a bone, anything that you ever went through. When you're going through a detox, we have to remember that we go through something and we have something called cellular memory, meaning just because the symptoms have been suppressed don't mean that the cells don't remember what you have been through. So for instance, all those medications, if you ever been high before, you experience all these things while healing, because anything that's hiding deep inside of the nervous system, anything that's hiding deep inside the cellular tissues, we astringent them with our herbal properties and we bringing them to the surface because we got to get them filtering from the kidneys. We got to get them to the lymph nodes. We got to get it inside the lymphatic system for the lymphatic system can get rid of it. So you're going to feel it, especially if you having heart palpitations. Anytime you feel heart palpitations, them are people that was usually on dopamines, people that was usually on drugs, when your heart rate speed up or if it skip jumps. Notice that a lot of people get these during their detoxification. These are healing symptoms. You're feeling pain and aches. These are your nerves because we pulling all of them acids out. So you're going to go through what we call pain and struggle. But look, the healing path is right ahead of you. That's how you know that the herbs are working. That's how you know. So y'all climb in and we're going to talk about it. All praise. So look, everything going good here though. It's beautiful. These sisters got very, very good energy. It's amazing. So they most definitely getting their healing on. They most definitely eliminating. And what's crazy is the sauna come in tomorrow. Hallelujah for that. We got to build the sauna. Everything else is in play. The meditation room, we got to get the singing bowls going. So it's a beautiful experience they having, and we are most definitely taking all of their constructive criticism because this is not for us, it's for y'all. So any feedback y'all can give us to make this thing go better and make it go smoother, let us know. I want to show y'all something too. My brother J-Dog made this for me. Hold on, let me get this thing up off of the what's name. Hold on, y'all. My brother J-Dog made this for me. What y'all think about that? Ain't that beautiful? Welcome to Yaki Detoxification Home. The body was created to heal itself. If it's provided the right environmental conditions, experience the true power of alkaline herbal therapy or amino acid herbal therapy, because that's what we do with Master Herbalist Yaki. What y'all think about that? So this whole wall gonna be filled up. Look at this one. Welcome to Yaki Detox Home. It's my little desk area right here. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be beautiful. It's going down. We booking up left and right. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to now y'all can actually heal with us. Because usually, y'all buy y'all package and then we gotta keep up with y'all through the internet and through messages. Now, you can book a spot and you can come heal with us directly. So all praises to the Heavenly Father for that. All praises. All praises. And the herbal storefront will be open soon. Hopefully it'll be open before the beginning of the year. We're working on several projects at once. So let's get into this healing crisis. All right. So If you actually think about what sickness is, all sickness is the deterioration of blood in the circulation system due to built up mucus and the lack of oxygen and performance of the cells due to food you've been eating. So you go out your life or throughout your life buying into different cultures, and these cultures come with their own foods. These cultures come with their own ideology. These cultures come with their own religion, and all of these things lead back to what you're putting into your avatar that you put inside of your vehicle. So as you get older and older, these cultures weigh and tear on your cells due to cellular memory in your environment. So if you grew up in India and all you do is eat hot foods all day, notice most of them have leaky guts. Most of them have irritable bowel syndrome. Most of them have prolapsed colons because the culture that they love spicy foods. And these spices are very, very mucus stimulating to the mucosal membrane. So you will see that their mucosal membrane and their lymphatic system is literally compromised in their stomach. Well, if you look into the Chinese race and you get into the Chinese culture, all they like to eat is white rice, which breaks down into these very complex sugars, or what you call polysaccharides, or many sugars. And these grains are very, very high in carbohydrates, but it's not carbohydrates as food. So you see that their nervous system is very, very messed up. That's why they very short and why they walk so hunched over, because they literally are killing their nervous system because mucus is being produced by the foods that they eat. So you can look into every culture and you can see how they're messed up, or how their bodies have been going through a state of degeneration off the food that they've been consuming. Now, if you go into Africa and you truly not what they show you on TV, but if you go into the sub parts of Africa where they stuck to their original diet and they stay close to the sun, where they eat outside, they make love outside, they use the bathroom outside, they're constantly inside of that sun, and they're following the circadian rhythm of the universe. And we're gonna talk about the circadian rhythm. But if you look at them, all of them are very tall, they glow, they melanin is popping, and they don't get sick. And if you look at the actual animals in the same region as them, they don't get sick. But notice what they do and notice what they're eating. They're eating things that grow from the earth. They're not eating meats. They're not eating things that die. They're eating living things that grow directly from the trees and earth. So if we look at the healthiest people in the rainforest, the healthiest people in Africa, and we line them up with us or different races, you will see the degeneration of man. The further you get away from the original diet that Yahweh have created for you, the further you go into deterioration. So if you look at it just from a mind's eye and you be simplistic and understanding and just using your common sense, the reason why we're so-called sick and the reason why we have so-called disease is because the byproducts of the food that we're putting in our bodies, the byproducts of the medicines and of the pharmaceutical company chemicals that we put in our body, the byproduct of pollution, the byproduct of the tainted water, the byproduct of breathing in this acidic air. This is what's happening to us. So then a person, meet a person like me or meet somebody else that got some type of common sense, so they want to heal themselves. Well, you forget, and I don't know why we do that, but we forget that we have spent half of our lives living off of byproducts, living off of things that's killing us, living off of acids, living off of mucus forming foods. So all of these things dig deep into your tissues and hide, and it stagnates your lymphatic system, and your body stop cleansing itself. So the moment we give you alkaline herbs, or the moment that we put you on an alkaline diet, your body start opening up these metabolic pathways to cleanse itself. So that means all the drugs you ever took in, that's going to be released from your cells and go back into circulation, go back into the blood. All of the mucus forming foods you've been eating, and all that pus forming food that you've been eating. And all pus is decomposed blood, y'all. Well, decomposed blood and pus come from eating decomposed foods. So whenever you get a turkey, or whenever you get a piece of chicken wing, or whenever you get one of them steaks that y'all like to eat and you cook it, you're literally cooking decomposed blood inside of that. So you're eating pus forming things. So when it breaks down through its metabolic changes in your body, it turns into pus. Same thing as mucus forming foods. So pus is worse than mucus forming foods. And you see these things coming out. You see them in a toilet when they boo-booing. You see it in their urine when they peeing. You see it on their nervous system and all that acid coming out, the pain they be in, how they be balled up. Some people have nerve twitching problems. Some people go blind for a day or two. Some people have very bad explosive diarrhea because all of these toxins that's been deep within inside of the cell membrane is now being drawn out, and you feeling all of it. So the problem is a lot of people want to give up, and a lot of people stop in the middle of this. And this is the most dangerous thing ever, because that blood is in circulation. You never stop a fast. You never stop a detox when you feeling bad, because that means the blood is in circulation. You don't start feeling bad until all these toxins get into the blood. But the only reason why we have to bring them to the blood is for the blood to bring it to the spleen, and the spleen can dump all of this metabolic waste off into the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system take it to the lymph nodes. Inside the lymph nodes, that's where you have all of your biofilm bacteria. That's where you have all your good bacteria, your good bacilli, and what these things do inside these lymph nodes, which is where your macrophages at and all of your T cells at. They literally chew on the mucus and chew on the acids. That's why Yahweh put them in your body on purpose. So you've been taking things like sulfuric acid, or what we call antibiotics, all your life, and you lose all this good bacteria. So now we got to put that back in, because there's no point of putting all these things into the lymphatic system and getting them to the lymph nodes if you don't have any type of bacteria, or you don't have any type of phagocytes there to help break down this metabolic waste anyways. You see what I'm saying? So this is how healing goes. Whatever you put in your body, the same way that it went in, it has to come back out. So a lot of people be experiencing throwing up a lot. They think they dying because you constantly vomiting. No, that is the herbs purging the body of things that's not supposed to be there. All you have to do is think simplistically. We all done drunk. I used to be an alcoholic. I raised my hand, right? I used to get to the point where I was so drunk that my body couldn't take the poison toxins that I was putting in, because it was in my bloodstream. Notice when they check if you're drunk or not, or if you're intoxicated, they check you by a breathalyzer or by your blood, because that's where the toxins go. The toxins go into the blood. So the moment that you get too many toxins in the blood, because we pulling it out, you have something called a defense mechanism in your mucous membrane. It's gonna make you go throw up. Now, if you're not throwing up, you're gonna go poop. If you're not pooping, it's gonna be a diuretic. You're gonna be peeing everywhere. And if all these things are not working, what it's gonna do is gonna choose some way of eliminating. It's gonna come through the skin. So you break out, you get bumps, you get boils, you get pimples, you get bad acne, you start developing eczema. These are not diseases. This is the body way of expressing itself and trying to heal itself. And it get worse than that. Legs go numb because circulation. You see that? Some people get constipated because now we're cleansing up all that sulfuric acid and all that lactic acid and all that built up plaque, or what we call cholesterol plaque, up off the bowel walls, and it blocks you up. So now we got to push and pull through that. So it's a lot of different healing crisis symptoms that you're going to go through that you feel like the herbs are making worse, and you feel like you're getting sick and you stop. No, that is your key, that healing is right around the corner, family. Now, I will say this. It can be very, very dangerous putting a lot of toxin into circulation. So we have to watch very degenerative cases, very chronic cases, such as stage 4 cancer, neuropathy, real bad cases of sickle cell anemia, real bad cases of edema, real bad cases of kidney failure, real bad cases of full-blown AIDS. You have to be very strategic when it comes to cleansing the body, because you don't want to put all of that metabolic waste inside of the blood circulation at one time, because it'll kill you. You know, and we see stuff like this all the time. So you have to be very, very strategized when healing. And that's the reason why we have created this home for you guys. That way we can show you how to heal. So that way, when Sister Avia leaves, she know exactly how to take her herbs. She know exactly what to eat, when to eat, the times to eat, when to take her bitters, when to take her capsules, when to take her tinctures, when to take her teas. You see that? So we're literally trying to create the environment and let you experience these healing crises and experience the healing while you're here with us. That way you can go home and you can teach others. If y'all got that so far, type in some 9s. Type in some 9s. And we'll keep going. I answer some questions too. This is really a freestyle, y'all, because we have a lot of people hitting us up. Kawhi, come here real quick. We be having a lot of people hitting us up, and like they be trying to give up because, you know, they throwing up and they bleeding, right? Or they be defecating or going to the bathroom, having bowel movements, and then they start bleeding from their anus. and they think it's internal bleeding. It's like, no, if you pooping 10 times a day, that's the least you're gonna poop. And here you're gonna be pooping, I mean, in the teens, literally, because we're astringent, we're eliminating. We eat to eliminate here. We give you herbs for elimination. We give you music for elimination. Everything that happens here is for elimination, because what you don't eliminate, the body accumulates, and this accumulation starts setting in and becoming chronic diseases. So of course you're gonna get bleeding around the rectum area. You constantly using your anus that you ain't used, and I mean, in a long time. Most of y'all people are backed up. Most of y'all have chronic constipation and everything. So you finally working and moving organs you never moved in your life. You finally giving electricity back to nerves that you haven't used in half your life, due to sugar and due to salt from killing and drying out and literally dehydrating these nerves. So this is the reason why we're doing this video. Just tell them about some of the emails you receive about how people are scared of the herbs because the herbs are doing what they supposed to do.
So pretty much, I can tell off the back if someone hasn't reviewed the Healing Crisis Sheet, because there are several things that you should expect when you're healing. We have to remember that it took years and years and years to get to to that state. So it's not going to feel good when it comes out. So we have people that will, they're like, they want to stop the herbs. They want to go to the emergency room just because they threw up. It's like, oh my God, I took the bitters and I threw up. Well, taking the bitters or even just taking those herbs, you will get queasy. You will feel queasy. Your body's getting minerals, vital minerals that it's probably never even had. So it's almost like it's rejecting it at first. It has to get all the bad stuff out. So that's one of the things. So throwing up is normal. And then again, like he was saying, everything that we're using is to help you eliminate, to get rid of all the toxins, whether it's pooping, peeing, sweating, all the different ways, through your skin, all the different ways you want to eliminate. But it's not gonna feel good. You might go through a little ugly stage where you got pimples. Like when I was detoxing, I had bumps all over my chest, all over my face. After having to go to the bathroom several times, it's not that you're bleeding internally. It's just that muscle is being used over and over, and then you're having to constantly wipe it over and over. So a little bit of bleeding, that's normal. It's normal. As long as it's not blood in your stool or something to where it indicates that you're having internal bleeding, the bleeding is normal. Sometimes you think about it, even if you're not doing herbs, you might have a day where you might use the bathroom a couple times more than normal. You might bleed a little bit. That's normal. A little blood is not going to kill us. But again, I think because the whole detoxification process is, it's unfamiliar to us, and we're so used to allopathic medicine to where, oh, my throat hurts, I'll take some cough medicine, I instantly feel better. But the healing process is not an instant process, and it's not going to just make you feel better initially. You have to go through the trenches first, and then after a couple of days of, once your body is adjusting to all the minerals and all the eliminating, you're going to get a boost of energy. So it's really just, knowing what to expect, and then kind of just not freaking out, because it's normal to throw up. It's normal to get flu symptoms. It's normal to have a fever. That is all a part of detoxifying your body.
See that? And y'all have to realize that we're not into suppressive therapy. We're not suppressing symptoms. We're not making toxins and acids go deep within the cells. We're drawing and pulling them out. Our whole process is amino acid therapy, herbal amino acid therapy, where we draw them, we pulling the toxins up out of the body. We're not suppressing them and packing them deep within you. So you're going to experience some things while it comes out. And this is mental, this is emotional, this is physical, and all of that. And on top of that, again, everything is made for elimination. Everything is made to keep the blood pH balance leveled. Everything is made to keep the blood clean. So your body is going to take the blowback until it get out. And that's simple. So if y'all got that, let me know. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer some questions on here, and we can get up out of here. But yeah, everything is rolling. Everything is going good. The sisters got beautiful spirits. They are most definitely cleansing. So, it is what it is. It's called the Healing Crisis, mild, moderate, and severe. Yeah, and if you actually look on my on the website, and you go to the what to expect sheet, we actually got that on there. We got it on there where you can see the symptoms. You can see the symptoms.
And I like to always tell everybody, inform yourself before you take the herbs. Like, get all the free before you spend 200, 300, 1,000, whatever. Make sure you're informed. It is your your healing is your responsibility. So the very first part of their responsibility is, just really becoming aware beyond just watching the videos. Go in and do your own research. Make sure all the free information, check it out. You really, by the time you get to the point where you actually have your herbs in person, you should have some kind of idea just based off of what you read on what to expect. Yeah. And I can tell a lot of the people that we work with, they don't actually do a lot of research or start reading about certain aspects of the healing until after they start, which the first part is information, getting yourself informed. So.
Yeah. All right, so first question we got is prevailing herbs. Prevailing herbs asks, what can I get from you to heal my eyes so I don't have to wear glasses no more? What's your process? So what we'll do is you have to see what your eyes are connected to. Your eyes are connected to your nervous system. So I can tell you right now you have a nervous system problem. Now, what's stopping your eyes? We do iridology over here. We'll get deep into the eyes. And what you will see is you will see a mucus, literally a mucus layer over the eyes all the time. And this is what's stopping a lot of people from seeing. So first thing we'll do is we'll put you on a mucus diet. Then we'll put you on some eye bright eye wash where you can pull and draw all the mucus out of your eyes, because you have a ton of mucus in your eyes if you have eye problems, especially if you're wearing glasses and stuff like that. It makes the irises weak, and it makes it so much weak where mucus come in and try to save the day, because mucus is cholesterol base. It's a lipid. It's here to help you. But if it starts producing too much, it compromises the mucous membrane, and then the mucus buildup starts to be destructive to the body. So we'll pull and we'll draw the mucus out with eye bright. Not only that, we will address the nervous system, because it's an optic nerve that's literally connected to the back of the optic that sends you sight through the iris. And this iris is for the circadian rhythm. So the eyes are very, very important due to light stimulation. So basically your eyes is not only for you to see, but it's used to reflect from the sun. When the sun is at the highest in the sky, you produce something called serotonin inside your belly, a part of the circadian rhythm. This is between 12 and 4, and it's telling the body to eat, to nourish itself, right? And then once the sun goes further to west, it begins to actually set. Then your eyes look out, and then your circadian rhythm kick back in, and then your pineal gland start producing melatonin. This is telling your body to get ready for fasting or get ready for sleep. That's the purpose of why you sleep in the first place. Sleep is for the body to repair itself. That is your fasting state. That's why when you wake up and you have a breakfast, that means you break your fast. That is between 12 and 4, because remember, the eyes scans the environment by way of the skin, and then your body produces this serotonin. Serotonin deals with your mood. Serotonin deals with your hunger and your eating cycle. Serotonin actually deals with your periods, women. Serotonin deals with all these things. So we have to keep the eyes cleansed, but all this is by way of the adrenal glands and the nervous system. So you would need things that's going to get the nervous system clean, like lily of the valley herb, blue verivane herb. You see that go-to herb. It's so many. Valerian root herb, hydrangea root to get the kidneys together to cleanse the herb. Red rose petals. It's red violet, purple violet. It's so many things that's very, very good for the nervous system. Lemon balm. All these herbs are very good for the nervous system and cleansing them. But we have to quit looking at health like it's singular. This is holistic. Why go after the nervous system if I'm not going to go after the eyes and go after the mucus? Why go after the eyes and mucus if I'm not going to go after the kidney to produce filtration of the kidneys, because that's where the mucus is going to come from internally. Of course, it's going to get rid of the mucus on the surface of your iris, but what about the mucus that's backed up behind the optic lobe? So we do things like that. So you would need a nerve and brain system kit plus the eye bright to wash your eyes. And whenever you're dealing with eyes, meaning you're dealing with nerves, I suggest an all fruit diet while you're on the protocol. So that's what I suggest for you, brother. You need to get the eye bright off the website and get the brain and nervous system kit. It's under kits and bundles.
What happened to the carrots? Carrots don't help?
No, carrots actually hurt and harm your eyes. Carrots was actually created and produced in Holland in 1505. carrots is not even a real food. Now you do have original carrot, which is still actually created, but it had more phytonutrients in it than the orange ones we have now. And these are called your purple carrots. Now, purple carrots is not even an original carrot that Yahweh made. Purple carrot actually was a hybrid of other different vegetables put together. But that yellow one that is specifically made, it was specifically made in 1505 in Holland. And there's just so much documentation on it if you really start digging and reading books on this stuff. So we have to watch out for hybrid foods and hybrid herbs, and we don't use either or. All right. What else we got? It says, it is a good time to start my bitters. I'm not doing radiation. Yes, very good time, Rochelle. It's always a good time to start the bitters. How about, did you just take your bitters, Queen?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, she take her bitters like a gangster, y'all. I don't know. This is how Holly, y'all. You gonna come say hi to?
Shalom, everybody. Oh, there you are.
So,
shalom.
She take her bitters like a G. She make men fold. The way she take her bitters, men will fold. I'm telling you.
I take them like I used to take shots with the lemon squeeze afterward, and I slap the table.
So tell them. Could you tell them a little bit of your experience? What you've been experiencing? How you've been feeling?
Yeah, I came into the Yaki Awakening Detox Home like just excited because I've been watching the growth. I've been watching them prepare the facility, and actually, I'm extremely blessed. All praises to the Most High that. I'm the first to be here. So like I was telling him, I have these epiphanies that of all the people in the world, with all the years of research that Yaki has done, along with his wives, all of that is an end result of it blessing me and my sister Susanna. So, there's no way I was going to fail. There was no way I was not going to take the bitters. There was no way I was going to have any negative energy whatsoever because so much work has been put into this. And the bitters wasn't that bad to me. So, in reading the different comments under your IG post and on YouTube, some folks are like, I just can't take it, but I prefer to live. And I prefer to get my body right after eating wrong for so many years. And, some of the tests that Yaki did on me here let me know that, it's a problem with me having eaten like that. So,
and you can see it all through the eyes. So the first thing when she got here, we gave her iridology. We took good pictures of her eyes, and we literally read her whole iris. And the eyes is a roadmap to all the weakness, constitutions in your body, and all the strengths. So we went through that, and based off of what we read from her eyes and her blood pressure, her thyroid, and just all the other things we did to her, that's when we gave her a protocol. But I mean, she been doing good. She been eliminating. You've been eliminating well?
Yeah, I mean, at least yesterday, maybe 10 times. And today I'm probably going on 7 right now. But that chart that he did on my eyes, what's the name of that test?
It's called an iridology test.
You guys really do need to purchase that for sure. If you can't make it here, which I highly suggest, especially if you've made the decision to change your life and to eat the right way. What is the saying in there that said on that poster? On that poster,
yeah. Every day you choose to eat something that dies, you're taking away basically your life. So,
right.
Yeah, we have to watch what we put in our mouths. Have the most of the research and the clinical trials and studies that I've been figuring out, there's no such thing as disease. Disease is an illusion that the doctors give your body's trying to detox itself. They giving it these titles and then they suppress the symptoms. What so-called disease is literally metabolic waste from the foods you've been eating. You is not supposed to eat any food that has a residue that's left behind, because these residues are pus, they're mucus forming, and they're acidic, and it's very, very harsh on the body. But if you look into nature and you get into foods that Yahweh created for man, for humans to eat, then you find the residue. They don't leave residue behind. They're not mucus forming. They don't leave behind acids. They don't leave behind corpuscles. They don't leave behind any of these things. So, I mean, me just looking at it from a scientific view, I'm going to go towards the things that's not going to cause a lot of metabolic changes in my body, and it's going to give me vitality. But it seems like that our people from culture, it's the culture, y'all. The culture has been put on us where we think beef is good. You're not rich unless you have a beef steak. people celebrating with beef steaks. You see what I'm saying? We celebrate with alcohol. Just think of the mindset of things that we think is fun. It's all things and shit that kills us, literally, all neurotoxins. So we pulling all of that up out of her, pulling all of it up out of her. And I mean, once I looked in her eyes, because you can look totally healthy and you cannot have any symptoms, but you look in them eyes, you can see all of all of the built up metabolic waste from since you was born. Because one thing that doesn't change is the eyes' constitutions. That's why the eyes are truly all the windows of the soul. I mean, the best way to be on nature's operating table is looking at the eyes. It's the roadmap to the whole entire body. I can see what medicines you've been taking from your eyes. I can see what drugs you've been taking from your eyes. I can see if you ever had an STD from your eyes, what bones have been broken, all of that just by looking deep into your irises.
So check it out. I didn't even know that I had issues with my kidneys. I really didn't have any idea. And, you know, the thing about it is, and my body is full of mucus. And hopefully, Yaki, he'll do a video and go over that with you guys. I strongly urge you to get that test done. But if you're really thinking about changing your life and you know, eating to live and detoxing all the trash and stuff that you put in your body, to start that, you absolutely have to come here. You have to. In coming here, they're educating you. Kuwa educates you in terms of the right things to eat, the herbs, when you should drink. You should not drink during meals. So it's almost like I had to come here and basically wipe the slate clean from everything that I've learned beforehand. And this is a commitment. It's a lifetime commitment. It's not no one-off. And the thing is, if you're going to invest in yourself, you're not going to go back home and live and eat the same way that you did before.
Exactly.
So I love it. I recommend it. I'm doing little videos throughout the day and sharing them with, sharing them with these wonderful people. And that's it. Ciao. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. All right,
I
so
did want to mention something.
go ahead.
So we've been getting questions through the email, just basically saying like, so am I going to be healed after the 2 weeks of coming to the detox home? And so healing in general is a process. You wouldn't typically just heal for something chronic in 2 weeks. Now, if you have something like a bladder infection or something minor like that,
UTI.
Yeah, that's a couple, 4 days, STD, something like that.
STDs about 4 days.
But as far as for those of you who are looking to, that have like HSV or that has cancer or, some of those things that are more serious, that's going to take a longer process. Just know that coming here, what it does, is going to give you really a head start on your healing process. You're not going to be kind of leery about, okay, well, how do I take these herbs? Am I doing it right or wrong? You will have 2 weeks if you decide to come 2 weeks, 1 week or 2 weeks, depending on what you decide, of time to learn and to practice how to detoxify your body in a safe manner. And so the idea is that if you are trying to heal from something that might take 6 weeks, you'll come here and you'll learn exactly what to do so that when you leave here, you are confident and you are sure and you know exactly what to do to keep your healing process going and to also keep this life, because it's a lifestyle change. Just know that once you start and you do a detox and you cleanse and say you heal yourself from a STD, you owe it to yourself to not go back to how you were. And
old boy from Atlanta.
And people, you'll see.
We healed him of HIV. 2 weeks later, what did he catch?
Herpes.
We healed this man of HIV. He had HIV for 10 years. He from the A. We end up healing him. How many months it took us to heal him of that?
I think 4 months.
We healed him of HIV for 4 months. He had it for 10 years. As soon as he got his healing results, he went to 3 places. All different doctors told him that he was completely healed. He did not have HIV anymore. We got all the paperwork. 2 weeks later, he called me back because he had caught herpes from somebody. So we can't have that type of mindset, just because you know that it's true healing now, and just because there is no such thing as an so-called curable, and I'm gonna do a disclaimer on that because I know the government be messing with me. I'm not using y'all word, but that's what y'all say. We know that that's not true, and you can heal literally any so-called disease. That don't mean that you can play Russian roulette with your life and you can just go around and being nasty and just putting your penis in anything that moves. You can go around and just eat as many steaks as you want because you can just call on Yaki Awaken whenever you feeling bad. This is not how this work. We are here to truly, truly help you change your mind frame and to help you embark on this new conscious wave that this whole entire world is shifting to. It's a shift coming consciously, and we're trying to get y'all a part of that shift. So don't be playing around with healing. This is nothing to play around with. These gifts came from the Most High, so you don't want to take these gifts and use them for naught, y'all. Go ahead. Good.
Yeah.
All right, so here go another one. It says the best plan for a person who's had a lot of gas and beaches or burps a lot. So that's fermentation off back. Whenever you have gas, whenever you belch a lot, whenever you burp, that is most definitely fermentation inside of the duodenum, or what I call the duodenum of the small intestinal tract. And that means that your foods are taking too long to break down. So that's most definitely a digestive problem. And the reason why most likely is your mucosa membrane is compromised inside of your stomach, and you have a lot of cholesterol plaque buildup, or what they call muconoid plaque built up on the wall. We have to remember that 75% of the so-called, because there's no such thing as an immunological system. I hate the word immune system now, but that's something y'all can identify with. So I'm gonna say it. 75% of the immunological system is actually in the gut. So this is where most of your lymph nodes at, and this is where most of your lymphatic fluid is at. The moment that you get backed up by the kidneys, the first place it's gonna back up with is inside the gut. So this is what's messing with the breakdown of your food, because the hydrochloric acid is not producing the bicarbonate that it needs from the pancreas to truly break that food down good enough, because it's constantly being interfered with mucus from your lymphatic system being backed up so much. So now you eat a fruit, you eat an orange, you eat a piece of meat, it's going to putrefy and it's going to fermentate, because your acid, the hydrochloric acid in your stomach is becoming dehydrated from too much mucus being inside of the stomach sac, or what I call the time capsule, so it won't break down. Whenever this putrefaction takes place, it releases gases, and this gas comes with certain amount of pressures to them. Every gas have a pressure, and that's where you get your belching from. That's where you get bloating from. That's where you get farting from, passing gas and all of that. So once you fix the lymphatic system and cleanse the gut, truly restore the gut, that's when you will get all of that back, and you won't have to be worried about belching, bloating, pooping, burping, none of that. And our best digestive restoration is our digestive restoration tonic, our 3 bitters, and our GI super movers. Them 3 things put together, will cleanse you out. You just heard our sister, 10 times a day, easily pooping 10. That's easily. We get people that poop 15 times a day, and that's just off of the herbs and you changing your diet. So that's what'll help you out, Nathaniel Lacey. All right, and I know I'm forgetting people. Let me see who else we got. We got Dominique Bowden. Dominique Bowden says, what are the sources of info of the difference of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells in colored people and others? Oh man, I can't even remember half of them books. And you gotta remember I'm a biochemist too, so I like to study cells and the way cells behave. That's what bio means, the behavior of melanin chemicals. So what I would do is, Dominique, shoot me an email and I'll send you the sources I got. But we're most definitely single cell organisms. I hate to use the word evolve, but I'm gonna use it because it's something that you identify with. So-called black people, or I'm gonna call original Hebrews, the Hebraic people, we are prokaryotic cells that obtain organelles or eukaryotic cells throughout our so-called evolution here on this planet. So we can't eat everything that a original eukaryotic cell can eat. We can't eat complex proteins and complex amino acids and polysaccharides and disaccharides, because our body is only supposed to function and deal with mono things. And if you look out into nature, nature will show you that. You would never see a gorilla eating a banana and a strawberry at the same time, even though he eat all fruit. He's going to eat strawberries. That's going to be his meal for the day. If he eat bananas, that's his meal for the day. He eat an orange, that's his meal for the day. So we see in nature that your body can actually sustain and live off of one mono fruit. See, the thing about true foods that Yahweh created, everything that you need to sustain your vehicle, to cleanse you and build you up, is in every fruit. If I eat a banana, a true real barrel banana, I don't have to eat an orange. I don't have to eat any other any other food that day, because all the phytonutrients and amino acids and all the saccharides and all of the fructose, even the glucose and all the trace minerals I need is in that banana. That is called a whole foods, not the whole foods that these nutritionists is telling you what a whole food is now. Them are complete lies and it's propaganda, y'all. We have to truly start studying foods again, truly start studying herbs and the anatomy and the autonomy of our human physiology. And you start seeing it's so simple, man. It's what we've been eating. Our diet has been killing us because we're eating the wrong foods. What else we got? This one says, how will you know when the eggs from the hemith worm have left your body? When does this usually happen? What signs do you look for in those eggs coming out? Most of the time, Maria, you don't see the egg. So the good thing to do is, what we tell people after you test negative for the first time, remain on the herbs. If you ran out of herbs, get another herbs for about a month or two, and then go get tested 2 months later, because the eggs, they hatch 4,000 eggs inside of you every few days. So the best thing to do for that truly is after you test negative from your HSV, which you're gonna always test negative with us because we just have a scientific way of cleansing it out of your body. But if you let them eggs go and hatch, it'll come back and you have an outbreak a month later. So what we suggest is after you test negative, go on the herbs and stay on that diet for an extra 2 months, and that will most definitely get the rest of the hemith worm zoogote eggs up out of the body. All right. So I hope you retain that. We got the Natasha, the neem oil good for HSV outbreaks. Neem oil is good. Yeah, I say that neem oil is very, very good for the skin. That's what we use it. We usually use it inside of our creams and stuff to do with the skin, to do with hemorrhoids. Neem oil is good to grow the hair. Neem oil, but the best thing that you can use against canker sores or against these blisters or against HPV or HSV when you're having an outbreak is oregano oil and lemon balm. Oregano oil and lemon balm are the 2 herbs that I say that will really be good to counteract that mucosa response, because all your outbreak is a mucosa response, or what you would call an immune response. People think that you being latent or the disease going dormant, y'all think that's a good thing, and it's not. Whenever I have consultations with people and they say, well, I haven't had an outbreak in 10 years, well, that means your mucosa defense is all the way down. That means your immunological system is not working at all. You're supposed to have these responses in these outbreaks, because that means that your body is going to fight for you. That means your blood is fighting for you in your body. So we always want to see things coming out of our skin, especially if it's in our body. I don't want nothing just lying dormant in me. I want to see a skin reaction. That means it's trying to leave. Remember, elimination. That's the whole key to healing, is eliminating. Because what you do not eliminate, you accumulate. And what you accumulate becomes chronic. And these chronic things bring your body at a state where it's not at ease. And this is where you get the word dis-ease from. All right. What else we got? Yardley said, ever since February, my lymph nodes, ears, and head have been hurting, especially on the right side. That means you got a lot of pressure and a lot of mucus built up in the sinus cavity of the right side of your cranium. I don't have trouble eating yet. I'm getting concerned. They just gave me antibiotics. So again, anti means against, bio means life. So antibiotics means against life. So these things will go through and they will kill the bacteria that's inside the mucosal membrane and that's inside your sinus cavity, but it's going to kill the good bacteria too. Plus it kills the gut flora bacteria that's going to bring all your phytonutrients through your blood capillary to feed your body its nutrients. See that? And it leaves back sulfur. Chronic sulfur, and you can see them sulfur rings all through the eyes when you do iridology. It's so many cases where I bring people in and I check their irises and they have sulfur plaque built up right around the iris. I mean, right around the iris, which is the digestive ring. So we got to watch out for that. So it's best to not take antibiotics at all. Antibiotics is like next to chemotherapy. Antibiotics is one of your number one killers too. When you get deep into the science, start looking this stuff up, y'all. Start typing in these doctors and science database and look at what these medicines and what these antibiotics are doing to our people. It's killing us, because without good bacteria and natural accumulated bacteria in your body, it's impossible for you to have enzymes. It's impossible for you to get phytonutrients through the blood capillaries of the duodenum to get inside the blood to give off to each cell. It's impossible to have utilization of all of your cortisol and all of your sugars and all of your salts by way of the adrenal glands. It's impossible to get rid of dis-ease. It's impossible to get rid of mucus. What do you think is eating the mucus? What do you think is eating the acids inside of your body? It's the bacterium. So if you're going to come through and clean out all of my good bacillus, then what is going to truly naturally heal my body and get rid of all the metabolic waste that my cells are building up? You got to look, think simple. If you leave some putrefied apples and fruits outside right now and you go back out the next day, what you're going to see? You're going to see flies around eating up these fruits. You're going to see ants around eating up these fruits. And you're going to see all types of different insects and bugs and even microbes around eating and breaking down the fruits. What you think causing the breakdown? These are microbes. These are bacillus. These are bacteria breaking down and decomposing the foods. So we need these same natural accumulated bacillus inside of our bodies to break down the acids, to break down the mucosal membrane when the mucosal membrane have become too obstructed, to eat all the metabolic waste that our cells are producing, because the cells eat, the cells shit, the cells do everything that you do. You're a miniature universe. So what is getting rid? What is the sewage system of the body? The lymphatic system. That's why you find all of the bacteria where? Inside of the lymphatic system. That's where you find all of the cancers where? Lymphoma. That's a cancer inside what? The lymphatic system. So what is bad about having cancer in the lymphatic system? That's where these cells are supposed to be at. For the bacteria can break them down and take them to the kidneys, and I eliminate them that way. So if you look, the allopathic intelligence is, man, the intelligence of a snail. If you truly want to be honest. And not all of them are stupid, but most of them is, man. And it's just crazy. It's just very crazy. All right. So what you gonna need to do, what I do, if I was you, I would get my the famous 3 bitters that will most definitely bring that drainage in. And then you need to get some high circulation, my circulation tincture. To get some circulation going, to truly start breaking up all the agglomeration inside the sinus. And most definitely the intercellular cleanse capsules to open up your kidneys to get your lymph moving. But them 3 bitters, 3 bitters, 3 bitters, 3 bitters. You can never, ever go wrong for 3 bitters. A lot of people ask, Yaki, it took me a while to talk to you. I didn't know what to order. I'm telling you, 3 bitters. The 3 bitters got everything inside of them. Every herb that's in all of my compounds are all sprung from the 3 bitters. So if you can't talk to me and you just want something for a quick cleanse and a quick flush, 3 bitters. Sis Ray, what do you have? What do you say about enemas? Enemas, colonics, anything like that is bad. Because again, where do all your bacteria lie at? All your bacteria is throughout your lymphatic system. Most of your bacteria is inside the lymph nodes, which is a part of the lymphatic system. Do you have a lot of bacteria inside your whole entire colon, especially your transverse colon, your descending colon, your appendix, which is right connected to the cecum colon? What do you think the appendix for? The appendix is the birth place of a lot of bacteria. The appendix is where, that's why if too much bacterium get in and the body is not utilizing, you get appendicitis. This is inflammation in the appendix, where the appendix is starting to swell and then the bacteria start going into the blood. So if the appendix bursts and all that bacterium get into the blood, you die. That's why they have to give you emergency operations to take these things out. So, I mean, the question you're asking is about enemas. We have to be careful with that, because when you're washing out your anus and your sigmoid colon and your rectum, guess what else coming out with all of that water that you putting up with them enemas and them colonics? All of your good bacteria. So what is going to chew on the feces that get left over inside of your rectum? Because even though you boo-booing and you wiping back there, it's still stuff left inside of your colon. It's still a lot of feces and defecation left inside of your rectum. What is going to chew that down? Because if that left is going to stick to the bowel wall because it's acid, then it's going to weld itself to the wall of your anus. Now you got anus cancer, colon cancer, rectum cancer. So enemas are bad because it's going to clean out the bacterium. Bacterium is so important to the body, y'all. That's why the bitter one is so important, because it's full of bifidum bacteria, y'all. So we have to get out the illusion that bacteria kills everything. No, it don't. Bacterium is what protects the body. That's why if you check a child's hand, it's full of what? Bacterium. That is a protective layer between him and the outside world. It's eating up all the viruses, and it's eating up all the things that's going to penetrate his blood barrier. Bacterium is the shit. Literally. That might not have been funny to y'all, but it was funny to me. All right, what else we got? Says this guy is real. Thanks, my brother. Appreciate you teaching. I've learned a lot about my body. All praises, big key. You know, this is what I'm here for. This is truly my purpose, and I can actually say that I am walking in it. And shout out to my wives, they're walking in theirs as well. And just, you know, I love the love I receive from all of y'all. Hallelujah. All glory and praises and honor due to the Most High, not to me at all. So all right, what else we got? Prevailing herbs. I'm gonna check out your website. And I haven't dealt with carrots in a long time. Yeah, carrots are bad for the eyes. Who else we got? Okay, here go a good one. Jess Morris. And when I say good, I don't mean as good as in what you got is good. I'm saying a good question for people can learn. It says, I have mascular deterioration. What could I use to start healing? I'm legally blind. To start healing again, nervous system and blind, and like we have to take away these doctors' terminology. What do blind mean? Blind mean you just can't see. You can't see fit. So is your nerve that's connected to the optic nerve, have it been severed? Because we can grow them back. Do you just have too much mucus in your eyes? This is where you get cataracts and glaucoma from. It's when cholesterol, mucus plaque build up over the iris. So either or, you can get rid of them. But whenever you have a nervous system problem, get off all the vegetables. Make sure you get off of all anything. If it's alkaline, all grains. You know you ain't supposed to be eating meat anyway. I'm strictly against that. Any dairy products, that's strictly prohibited. You know, get off all the proteins such as nuts and grains and stuff like that, and go strictly fruits. What is the main fruit that regenerate the nervous system? Let's see if anybody that's been learning from me know this. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a clue. You either have fruits, berries, or melons. Which one regenerates the nervous system though? We didn't have people that was in a wheelchair. How long was he in a wheelchair, Kawhi?
The guy with paralysis?
Yeah.
It was like 10 years.
We had a guy with paralysis from Detroit that was in a wheelchair for 10 years. We had him walking after 6 months. And he was on an all something diet with all alkaline herbs. Who got it? Let's see who got it. Not grapes, y'all. There you go. Hold on. Where it go? Demetrius Young, Gideon, Adira. I'm Good Vibes. Who else over here got it right? All Sus Ray, Jess Morris, all right, Curtis Fluker. All of y'all got it right. Berries. That is your glandular highway. The nervous system is directly in correlation with the glands. So whenever you get into berries, that is automatically your nervous system regeneration. See that we don't believe in just healing the body. We believe in regeneration of cellular tissue because we have done it time and time again. So if you really want to regenerate the nervous system, you really want to grow back nerves, damaged nerves like multiple sclerosis, chronic rheumatoid arthritis, paralysis where you haven't walked or you've been blind for years, berries, go on a mono berry diet. I know it sounds very extreme, but if you look into nature, guess what you're going to see the gorilla eat? Mono berries. Strawberries. If a gorilla eat a strawberry, he's not eating nothing else but strawberries for that whole 24-hour period, unless he move in a different region and they traveling with the whole clan during that day, or if he's isolated and he have been put into captivity and y'all have domesticized that animal. Other than that, he eat mono fruit. If he eat a banana, he eating banana for 24 hours. He eat an orange, he eating oranges for 24 hours. Why don't we eat like that? Because we have been taught how to eat by animals, by animalistic civilization. Let's just keep it real. All right, what else we got? All right, Tamika Holmes, when dealing with the detoxifying of children, where would you start? Does age matter on the protocol in which you would recommend? Also, is it possible for a child to sustain a fruit diet only? Yeah, my baby is on an all fruit diet only. We just started getting him on other things, other grains, because he literally just started growing his molars. So if you truly look at the anatomy of a baby's body, you will see the first teeth that come in is they tasting teeth. That's the teeth in the front. Them are fruit teeth. You see that? Then they grow their molars when they hit about what? I mean, on an average, if they haven't been on steroids and estrogen and been on that fake milk, because this is developing our babies way fast. Why these babies be 2 years old and wanting to look directly into a phone and know how to use it and dance to the phone, because they putting these babies on all these steroids and it's speeding up their growth. And whenever you speed up something growth, it dies quicker. You don't want to live fast because you die younger. And that's what all of these milks and all of this formula milk doing, and all of the steroids and the chromosome shots and all the vaccines, it's making them speed up their living. So you will see babies growing, they have a full-grown mouthful of teeth at 12 years old, and that's not typical. But if you go off of the way they eat, the two front teeth is they fruit teeth. That's called they tasting teeth. And then when they molars come in, this is when they able to eat certain vegetables. So a baby can most definitely sustain an all fruit diet. My baby sustained 100% fruit diet for literally 14 months, nothing but fruits. And his diet still consists of a lot of fruits, literally 90% fruits, and then others vegetables. So most definitely, yeah, we're frugivores. We were not made or created to eat anything but fruits. Every now and then we can have vegetables or what is called herbs for the healing of the nation, but we are predominantly a frugivore. I mean, our whole anatomy of our body shows that. So don't let these doctors mess with you and think that you will become malnutrition if you put your baby on an all fruit diet. Now, will it start cleansing him? Yes, it would. Now, what you need to do is go onto my website, download the amino acid therapeutic instruction program, and go by the baby weight. Everybody can take herbs. They're natural. They're not harmful. They're only harmful when you don't know how to administrate them. So go on there, buy what you need to buy for the baby. Make sure you don't get alcohol in the tinctures. If you need alcohol for him, we get him a glycerin tincture, and then you go by the weight of the baby. That's it. And then let's quit thinking that these babies are they only been here a few months. Their bodies have been here a few months. These are angelical, eternal beings that's been here since forever. They just in this new vehicle. We have to understand that. I look at my child, he's 15 months. I look at him all the time. He's ancient. He's my ancestor. You see that? He chose to come through me. He chose to come through my scrotum, my nutsack. He chose my wife womb to come through. You see what I'm saying? So if it's choosing me, then obviously these are the ancestors. If you're looking at it from a metaphysical way, they just in newly bodied. So let's quit basing them and judging them off the age of their physiology, and let's talk about the soul and the spirit here, because they are way more ancient than us, and they're way more connected to Yahweh than we are. But you think they be laughing at and looking at and playing with thin air? They seeing what you don't see because they haven't been reprogrammed by society like you. So keep them on high energetic fruits. That'll keep them very in tune, in touch with spirituality. That'll keep them very intuitive, and that'll keep them very in touch with Yahweh's creation. So that's the fruit. If you want to get high into spirituality, you want to have outer body experiences. You want to be able to literally leave your body and go experience the cosmos. If you want to really use your brain to have new inventions, to create things, to solve mathematical problems that's never did. You can't do that unless you have to be on a high energetic food. And this highly energetic food grows directly from the sun. It's called photons. And it's when the sun feeds the food, not the soil, but the actual food. These are your fruits. That's why fruits grow on trees, and trees grow high and it's closer to the sun. So we need sun foods because we come from the sun. We are sun people. Whether you talking about S-O-N or S-U-N, regardless. All right. What else we got? I'm thinking about water fasting for a week, then starting your herbs. Repenting Soul 22. That's good. If you got a chronic disease, though, I don't recommend a water fast. If you got cancer, don't water fast. do a juice fast. You get more. So we have to look at what water is and what juice is. Water is H2O. Your fruit juices are H3O. You actually get more hydration from fruits than water. So if you want real hydration, you really want to hydrate the body and break up mucus plaque, cholesterol plaque, and toxemias, and get rid of bacilli and get rid of parasitics. Go on a juice fast, organic squash juices, and that'll really start the process of elimination. All right, what else we got? I understand cataracts and glaucoma now. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeti J Woods. I hope I said your name right. All praises. That's what this for. That's for you to learn what's going on with your body. Now you know how to get rid of cataracts, and now you know how to get rid of glaucoma, which is nothing but compromised mucus over the iris, or cholesterol plaque buildup over the iris. Regardless, they all come from the same thing, which is mucus forming fluids or a compromised mucous membrane. So I'm glad you got that. Now you know how to get it out of your eyes too. What else we got? All right. This is my boy Divine and Donna Artist. It says, my child has walnut allergies. Throat closes up, eyes swell. Can allergies be reversed? Yes. What is allergies? Allergies are nothing but antigens produced by the blood, by the mucosa membrane. Cleanse the mucosa membrane, you will cleanse out all the antigens. Cleanse the blood, you will cleanse out all the antigens. Allergies are nothing but antigens, and it's basically your phagocytes having a mucosal response due to the body thinking it's something foreign. So that's all it is. Cleanse out the antigens, and the antigens are nothing but alarms inside of your blood or your mucosa membrane to try to get things out. Notice what an allergic reaction is. Skin swell up, the skin break out. These are things trying to get out the skin. These are antigens trying to get things out of the skin. So I don't even want to call it an allergic reaction. I want to call it a healing crisis. That's all it is. All it is. So what you have to do is cleanse the mucosa membrane of the antigens that's in the blood, and you will see, and then you have to feed cellular memory. Once you start cleansing, start off a little piece of walnut. You know, do that for a month. Next month, do 2 pieces. And then look, you'll look back 3 months later, he'd be eating the whole walnuts and won't be having this reaction, because you have cleansed the antigens out and you have taught and reprogrammed the cell, because the cell have intelligence and memory. Each cell memorizes things. That's why you can get your leg cut off in the army and they still feel the leg there sometimes. If you really do your research, you'll realize that you don't only have a physical body, but you have a spiritual body as well. And your cells have spiritual cellular memory. That's how you can pass down genetic diseases in a genetic code. That's how you can pass down the sickle cell anemia trait to your sons, because the cell have the genetic code memory passed down by way of the ancestors. That's why we still feeling adrenal fatigue and adrenal failure and kidney failure from slavery, from them doing what they did to our ancestors. We still feel that. That's why we're the most sickest nation here on earth, because we feel that spiritually, y'all. We have to realize the spiritual autonomy and the spiritual anatomy of the body. You're just not a physical being. We're a spiritual people. Prokaryotic cells. We come from the stars, y'all. We don't come from Earth. Our bodies come from Earth. Our consciousness come from the stars. All right, what to say? It says, can I work out 2 times, 3 times a week on all fruit juice? I wouldn't recommend you work out on a cleanse anyway, because working out is very acidic. It produces something called lactic acid. We're trying to cleanse your body of acids. You already have a body built and made off of amino acids. So we trying to weigh the balance. We're trying to make you balance. We're trying to get that pH, that potential hydrogen smack dead in the middle of neutralizing of 7. So I don't recommend you working out on an all-fruit diet anyway, because if you're on an all-fruit diet, that means you're cleansing and detoxifying, because remember, your diet is created to eliminate. That's why Yahweh put us on the original fruit diet, for we can constantly be cleansing, and rejuvenating or regenerating the nervous system. So if you detoxing, the only workouts you should be doing is small push-ups, small sit-ups, and walking and stuff like that. Any calisthenics, any type of weightlifting, that's bad, because it produces lactic acid, which is very bad because it burns your cells. That's why people work out. They say, I'm going to feel the burn. Oh, you want to feel the acids, huh? All right, this one says, so can you do multiple berries? Yes, the only thing you can't mix if you're not here with us is your melons. The reason why we mix our melons with other fruits is because we are most definitely dietitians. We're dietetics. We learned up in this, and we actually put together our meals to make you eliminate. To make you eliminate. You see what I'm saying? Everything we do is for elimination. We eat for elimination. We breathe to loosen up the digestive tract. We breathe for elimination. We have conversations for elimination. Everything is a detox here with us and with my family. Everything is a detox. We just had a detox before we came here. Me and my wives, and we sat down and we detox a lot of things out of us spiritually. So everything is for detoxification. All right. So yes, you can do multiple berries, mix multiple berries. What this say? I suffer from this is Melinda Harris. I suffer from migraine headaches. What do you recommend? I don't like taking prescribed medicine. That's good because I don't like taking it either, sister. Straight up. But whenever you're dealing with migraines, what are you dealing with? You're dealing with a compromised mucous membrane and sinus cavity inside the head. A lot of migraines come directly from the gut. In order to clean the lymphatic system, you must clean the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system starts in the gut. In order to drain all that mucus and all that pressure from your cranium, from the right and left hemisphere of your brain, potentially the pituitary, because that's where a lot of these migraines spring from, which is a zinc and a copper deficiency. You have to cleanse that gut, because the only way you can get these phytonutrients and these trace minerals back into the bloodstream is by way of the gut. Nothing else. Look, do y'all realize you have a hollow tube from your mouth all the way to your anus? This is a hollow tube. So anything you put in your body is still outside of your body. Only time something get inside of your body, which is inside the mucosa membrane blood barrier, is by way of the blood capillaries inside the transverse colon, the ascending colon, and the duodenum, which is the small intestinal tract inside of your stomach. Them are the only entries inside of your body. Period. Unless it's something traumatic, you get shot or somebody stab you and break or force the blood mucosa barrier. Other than that, this is a hollow tube. Only things are invited is a little bit up under your tongue and in your stomach, your gut. So the only way we can get these zinc and get this copper, this natural zinc and copper back to your pituitary gland to balance you out, and you don't have to have migraines anymore, because migraines always start, is just to show you that you're unbalanced. You have too much pressure built up into your sinus cavity, which is the reason why you're losing zinc and copper and a little bit of calcium from the thyroid. So all headaches is literally dehydration, and mineral deficiency. But you're not getting no water in you, nor you're not getting any minerals in you if your gut is messed up. You have to restore the gut. So what I suggest you do is get my Astringent X to start pulling and drawing on the lymph nodes and drawing on all of that lymphatic fluid that's built up in you, and get my 3 bitters. 3 bitters, because that got the good bacteria in it that's going to come and do their job to help clean up all that gut, restore your gut flora, get you moving, get you pooping well. Then you can start absorbing right. Remember, digestive, absorption, utilization, and elimination. These are the 4 keys to truly healing mind, body, spirit, and soul. All right. What else we got? All right. Tisha Watkins says, I'm on an 80-20 alkaline. I noticed pain recently in my stomach. Any suggestion? Yup, go 100% alkaline to get your stomach all the way restored. That's why I suggest. Because if you're on an 80-20, then what is the other 20%, Queen? You can't play around with healing like that. Go and get the cleaning on, and then every now and then you can dib and dab. I would never dib and dab back into meats or dairy products and stuff like that. But every now and then you can dib and dab into some slutty vegan burgers and stuff like that. But no, go 100%. Do it the right way, Queen. And you will see that your stomach will restore itself. All right. Melissa Wainsley, how to get rid of a breast cyst. There's no difference between a cyst, a sty, a tumor, a pimple, chronic acne. There is no difference. All this is metabolic waste built up and isolating itself. So if you have a cyst on your breast, that means you're backed up in the lymph nodes from up under your underpits all the way down. Well, if you backed up in your lymph nodes from up under your underpit all the way down, that means you backed up in the kidneys from behind, meaning that your kidneys are not filtrating properly, meaning that you have a stagnated lymphatic system and you have dirty blood. So the first thing you need to do is go on an all-fruit diet. Start loosening up all that blood corpuscles that's been building up, all of it from that metabolic food that you've been eating, from all the mucus-forming food. Go mucusless. I will do an all-fruit diet. All-fruit diet. I'll take some alkaline herbs. I will most definitely get the 3 bitters. I'll most definitely get a small amino acid package. If you can't afford that, get them 3 bitters, because that will dissolve most of the mucus that's in your body. And you need to start going to the bathroom to get rid of all that mucus. And you will see the mucus falling out in the tub. And they'll let you know, falling out in the toilet. And they'll let you know if you backed up and it's coming out in the toilet from your gut, you still got a ways to go all the way to your breast. Now, remember, your kidneys sit dead center in your body. So them is what back up first. Once that back up, the gut back up. Once the gut back up, everything else back up from there. Now, when cells start dying, because cell dies all the time, thousands and thousands and thousands of cells die every 10 minutes. I mean, literally. I just literally lost 1 trillion cells sitting here speaking to y'all. For real. And they're going to replace themselves by way of serotonin, melatonin, and amino acids and things and such like that. So all these cells need somewhere to go. Well, if you backed up and the only way to cleanse the cell out of the body is through the lymphatic system by way of the kidneys, then where the cells going to go? You know what they're going to do? They're going to isolate themselves. Inflammation is going to set in, and they're going to start clunking themselves together, right? Just so happen to start clunking itself together inside your breast, and they call it a cyst. So the only way to truly start unclunking these things together instead of getting it cut up out of you is by opening up your kidneys for filtration. Now you can start filtering all of the lymph out, and then these cells magically start breaking up the agglomeration. They break up. They'll break themselves up and start leaving, or get you a sauna and start sweating, and you will see this mucus start coming through the skin. But the only way you can do this is by stopping eating mucus-forming foods, stop eating acid-forming foods, stop eating pus-forming food, which is meat and dairy products. Meat and dairy products is your #1 pus-forming foods. This is decomposed blood. You want to grow some cysts and some tumors, eat meat and eat meat and cheese and ice cream all day. Stop what you eating and reverse the effect. Everything that cost you to get to this point, do a direct opposite of. You see that? And that'll get rid of that. But start off on the 3 bitters. If you can, get your amino acid protocol week 1 and 2 and go on an all-fruit diet. That'll be going in no time. How long I've been on? I'm finna go. I've been on here an hour. We got a lot of work to do. Y'all see we in a healing home, so I'm finna get up out of here. I answer one more question. Rochelle said, wow, this makes sense. I'm glad you learned it. I'm glad you learned it. All right, let me see. My boy Bax said, bro, I got shot in my gut. Now they saying I got MS. I'm scared. I'm scared as F. A little. Man, MS is nothing but multiple sclerosis. That's when the mucous membrane start eating away at the nerves, bro. Hit me up, bro. We can get rid of that quick, but that's gonna take an all-fruit diet, bro. Remember, whenever you're dealing with straight nervous system problems, hey, that's most definitely an all-fruit diet, very high in berries. You're gonna need the amino acid therapeutic package level 1. All right. I'm gonna answer this last question because it's a very, very good question. What type of sauna? Infrared or regular? Never get in an infrared sauna. That will give you skin cancer and it will burn you. We never deal with lasers. We get steam saunas, medical steam saunas. It'll be here tomorrow. I'll go live while we building it. It'll get shipped here tomorrow. They already built it. We just got to put it together, and I'll show you how it looks and stuff like that. And it got to be therapeutic. Everything is supposed to be therapeutic to us. All right. So
eucalyptus in that deal.
Yeah. What are eucalyptus at? We got eucalyptus that we're going to have in there for you. We can open up your pores and really promote sweating and elimination. Remember, everything we do here is elimination. Little Israel, all praises, queen. All praises. Glory be to Elohim. So everything we do here is for elimination, family. Eat to eliminate. All right? Make sure you're eating to eliminate. If you're not eating the poop, then what are you eating for? You get your vitality from the sun and from the oxygen. Look at this, fresh eucalyptus. This one's gonna be in the sauna, goes in the shower. I mean, it's plunging too, strong. Everything natural around here. Natural plant, natural herbs, natural everything. All right. We'll be tuning in tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go live a little taste and build that sauna on up. All right. So eat berries separate, one day at a time. You don't have to. If you got a nervous system problem, go mono fasting on berries. But berries can be mixed with other fruits. The fruits you're not supposed to mix with other fruits are melons. Eat them alone or leave them alone, unless you somebody like me or somebody that's very trained up in diets or a dietitian. Then you can mix them, because we mix everything for elimination. All right. Look, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahoshua, Mashiach, Wabaha Adam, in the name and in his blood. I love all of y'all on here. Most High willing, we'll be back here tomorrow if the sauna get dropped off tomorrow, because you know COVID-19 and they do be lying. And I go live and I rap with y'all in. Maybe y'all can talk to our other sister right now. She's detoxing and she's in her bed, but everything is going good. They're healing up right and exact, y'all. So you know what it is. Look, we heal around here. So many healing testimonies, from cancer to HIV, AIDS, sickle cell anemia. I mean, everything for real, everything. All praise is due to the Most High Yah. So, you know, I love y'all. If you need healing, holler at us. If you want to come to Yahki Detoxification Home, what you do is email Yahki, YAHKI, detox, DETOX, home, HOME, @gmail.com. Put in your inquiries. We most definitely get the forms and everything out to you. You book your weeks and come stay with us. Come stay with us. Y'all can talk to me. Y'all can pick my brain while I'm here if I'm not out of town. If not, my wives will be here. If not, we got staff that's going to be here. So there's going to be somebody here that's going to most definitely be able to help you get to where you need to be on your healing path and your healing journey. All right, shalom, shalom, family. Peace, peace.